Well, somehow it got to be the 19th day of bear season, and I still have a bear tag in my pocket. And well, actually, I know exactly how it got to be here because we have had miserable weather for bear hunting this year. It's rained almost every day for the last 2 weeks. We have a ridiculous amount of acorn crop, hazelnuts. It just was a fantastic year for the mast crops. Well, I've also passed up a couple of pretty nice bears. I've been really diligent and patient and really working the big ones. And I finally put a gigantic bear in front of me. His name was Belly Dragger. That's what I named him. And blew the shot. So that's exactly how I got to be on September 19th without killing a bear. Now, the last 4 days it's been ridiculously hot and humid in the 80s plus high humidity. And I mean, normally this time of the year we've had a frost or two, but the bears have not been moving very well at all. In fact, almost all of the pictures of bears that I have on the covert scouting cameras are between midnight and sunrise. So it's been tough, and but you know, I love bear hunting. I love learning about them, and I'm working them hard. And I'm going to go hunt tonight for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a little bit cooler. It only got up to like 81 today instead of 85, 6, 7, 8. And the humidity's down a little bit. So, and the wind is right for the big swamp bait. And so I think there's a fair chance that we'll have a bear come in before dark tonight. I went out today, put some fresh bait out, and things are looking pretty good. So I'm going to jump on the four-wheeler and head back out there to the stand, and while I'm driving out there, watch this short clip about a bear staging area. I wanted to share something with you here that you've probably never seen before. A heavy rain just quit, so everything's wet, and I thought it would be a good time while I was coming in here to bait to explore a little bit. Now, my tree stand is about 50, maybe 75 yards that way, and I don't know if you can see my four-wheeler right through there. That's the trail that I come in on, and just use that trail to bait. I don't leave the four-wheeler parked there when I'm hunting. But I noticed that these bears are coming across that trail right over here. So I decided, since it was wet and everything, it would be a good chance to go back here and explore this a little bit. I've mostly been hunting in east, southeast, and northeast winds. I've been really avoiding the wind that blows at the bait, which is directly west of my tree stand. And I've got it set up so I can walk in and access the tree stand without going to the bait, so I don't leave any fresh scent around the bait. Okay, so I came in this trail, and what I discovered was an indicator of why these really big bears are so hard to kill. So here is a trail where they're coming in when the wind has got some east to it, like it does right now. They're coming in on this trail. I hope you can see this. Okay, there's a trail right. I'm not very good at this. There's a trail right there. Okay, and if you look right here, see how packed down that is? Okay, those big bears, those big mature males, they have this game figured out. That's a spot where he just sits down. Okay, and he waits and he smells. And there's another one right up here. See where these are broken off? There's a spot right here where he just sits here. Okay, go another, I don't know, 15 feet. There's another one right here. They almost look like deer beds or something. But that gives you an idea of how hard it is to shoot these bears, because they're smart enough to find places where they can smell what's going on at the bait site, and they can a lot of times if they figure out where your tree stand is, they can find places where they can sit and observe your tree stand where you don't even know they're there. You can't hear them or see them, but they can observe and see if you make any movement. You swat a mosquito or something like that, you might not see that bear before daylight. It's really calm in here, so I want to keep this short and quiet because I'm sure that there are bears pretty close by. But I hope you learned something from that last clip that I showed you, as I did. I'm really glad I walked down the trail a little ways there and discovered what I did, because after 20 years on bears, I'm still learning things like this. And I know that bears tend to stage up and analyze the situation before they come to the bait. The big mature bears don't just roll in like the little ones do. And I know that sometimes they come to places like that and they'll sit there and just wait, and they might wait a half an hour or even an hour. They might wait till just at dark or after dark, but they'll just sit there and they'll watch and they'll look and they'll listen and they'll smell. And it's hard to get those big suckers to come in. This do-it-yourself public land bear hunting on heavily pressured properties is extremely difficult. The smaller bears are not that hard, but the really big ones, the mature ones, they absolutely know how to play the game. So we're going to settle in here for the next 4 hours and see what happens. I'm probably going to lower my standards a little bit. You know, it's getting to the point of time here now where, you know, deer season's open, and I'm just ready to shoot a bear, I guess. I've exhausted most of my possibilities on the really big ones, and I'm not going to completely give up. But if a good representative 250-pound bear comes in tonight, I'm probably going to go ahead and take it. So thanks for being with me. It should be an interesting evening. we got a death moan. Jeez. Talk about an adrenaline rush. Holy cow. Man, I just saw a tree, a small tree, doing this number. I'm like, what the heck? That has to be something rubbing it. And then I saw a black spot. I got the camera turned on. He took a long time. I mean, he took 10 minutes to go the last 10 yards to the bait. And then when he came behind the bait, he was broadside, but he just kind of was looking up. He's still death moaning. He was looking out of the corner of his eye. When he turned his head, I drew my bow, and then he just kept coming towards me, and I never gave me a shot. I'm like, I'm gonna have to let my bow down pretty quick here. But then he turned and gave me a broadside shot, and I double lunged it. He just went about 50 yards, and he's laying right over here. So, okay, well, we found my bear. He only ran less than 50 yards, and I'm really happy with it. It's been such a struggle this year to try to keep these bears on the baits with the difficulty of all the rain that we've had and the abundance of natural foods. I've worked so hard to try to keep good bait in front of them, and I just put new lure on. Northwoods Bear Product Gold Mist is what I was using on this particular bait, and every time it rained I just have to go out and put new lure out and freshen up the bait. And so I'm really happy with this bear. It'll be a good eating bear, and he came in, you know, I was really, I drew my bow a long time before I shot the bear. I was holding at full draw for a long time because the bear was super cautious and didn't present me with a shot, and finally it gave me a nice broadside shot, and double lunged it, and he ran probably less than 50 yards, you know, less than 10 seconds he was doing a death moan. So it's been a long and interesting season. I've learned a lot, and I'm really happy to be going home with a bear. So thanks for following along on these videos. I'd be happy to you know, read your comments in the comment section below. Thanks for being a subscriber, and we will see you on the next hunt.